Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hi, welcome to The Print. We have senior Congress leader Digvijay Singh with us. With crucial Madhya Pradesh bypolls all set to take place at least before September, let's try and understand how the Congress is gearing up. So, sir, what can we expect considering 22 of your MLAs had joined the BJP, which led to the collapse of the Kamal Nath government?
Well, you are asking this question to a wrong person because all this strategy is being worked out by Mr. Kamal Nath and his team. Of course, I'm a part of his team. So, but at the same time, it's not possible for me to sort of talk about strategy. As far as we are concerned, we are all one, and unitedly we shall face the situation and the challenge and ultimately defeat all these people who have taken full advantage of these last 15 months and then took huge sums of money from the BJP and left the party. So the mandate has been violated, the mandate has been cheated. So people, the voters are going to punish them very strongly.
So you must have seen how a few Congress MLAs, they resigned in Gujarat. Is there something that is going on in Madhya Pradesh also? We have the Rajya Sabha elections, or do you have faith in all your MLAs?
First of all, let me tell you, the Modi-Shah duo, they only know how to buy and sell. They have amassed huge wealth in the last 6 years. And they are using their wealth to topple governments, to buy MLAs, and therefore, for them, ideology is not an issue. For them, only thing which matters is power and sheer power. But at the same time, people are watching the way they handle this corona thing. They have totally messed up the whole thing. Now we are fourth in the list of nations who have got the highest number of corona patients, corona positive patients. And when they should have been looking after strategizing the corona, anti-corona spread, they were busy toppling Madhya Pradesh government. Therefore, I think the country must know that the Modi-Shah duo, who are one soul and in two bodies, they are out to destroy the parliamentary democracy in this country. They feel that anyone can be bought. But at the same time, we shall take up on the challenge and we shall take them on in these by-elections. As far as Gujarat is concerned, we are one short MLA for the second seat. And I'm sure we have got senior political leaders like Ahmed Patel, Shakti Singh Goyal, Baghela ji. They are all there who would sort of keep the flock together.
But so what about Madhya Pradesh? There are crucial Rajya Sabha bypolls there too.
Madhya Pradesh, we are about 15 short of this
right
seat. If these 22 people had not resigned, we would have got the second seat also. Now these because of the 22 people sort of walking out, it has become very difficult for us to sort of fill in the gap. So for the second seat, we are 15 short, which is very difficult to get it as it stands today.
So, but what is it that why the Congress is also, this is a criticism that often comes, why is it the Congress not able to keep its flock together? Why is it that
Neelam, if
yes.
you put yourself in a MLA's position, if you are offered 25 to 35 crores, some say it is 50 crores. So would it not be very attractive to to buy that and accept the deal. Now, even if they remain MLA all their life, still they will not get this kind of money which they are being offered. So, everyone is not sort of ideologically strong and so committed that they would keep the ideology before this kind of an offer. So that's it.
So, Hal, so you've talked about anti-defection law, that how this is something that needs to be sort of strengthened and.
Well, the moment that provision is brought, that anyone who sort of moves out to a different political party to what he has been elected to,
Right.
he should be banned for contesting any elections for the next 6 years, and also banned to hold any position which may have been which may be offered to him in the government. So therefore, this amendment was this provision was there when Rajiv Gandhi ji brought this anti-defection law in 1985. But later on, I think I have not done enough research on this, how this was amended later on, or probably Supreme Court order was such, which has been followed. But there's a dire need for looking at it again if you want to save the democracy.
Sir, there's this criticism that is now coming not from outside but from within the Congress. You must have seen Sanjay Jha, Sandeep Dixit, and they all are talking about that, Congress somehow has become a party that does politics only sometime, and how this entire internal democracy that Congress has always talked about is missing. How do you respond to such allegations or claims by Congress leaders themselves?
No, I don't talk about my organization in public.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I have to say, I talk to my leadership. But at the same time, I would also request all senior leaders to refrain from making public statements about the Congress party and its organization.
But don't you think, sir, there has to be a dialogue within the party?
Yes, there is. Who says there is no dialogue?
I mean, this is something that Mr. Sanjay Jha has said.
Sanjay Jha, I've known him from the day he was in social media, and I was one of the person who sort of asked him to join us. So I know Sanjay Jha too well. So I'm sure he's in touch with Mr. Rahul Gandhi and his team. That should not be any problem.
So you must have seen that there is an audio clip that has been doing the round where Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan is addressing the workers in Indore. And he's saying that we were asked, directed by the central leadership. Yeah.
So it is very clear now that Shivraj Singh Chauhan and the BJP in Madhya Pradesh were directed by the central leadership of the BJP. Now, what is the central leadership of BJP? Mr. Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, and Nadda. Obviously, these three are responsible. And I would request the media to ask BJP whether what Shivraj Singh Chauhan has said is right or wrong. If what he's saying is right, they are the people that are responsible for destroying the democracy and sort of using money power to sort of lure our Congress elected MLAs. If what Shivraj Singh is not true, then Shivraj Singh should ask to resign by the central leadership if they have got any respect for what they stand for.
So you're aware that there are bypolls scheduled for Madhya Pradesh. How prepared is the state unit of the BJP? And what do you think will be the issues that you will be taking up as far as these elections are concerned?
Issues are following. Number one, the comparison of functioning of 15 years of BJP rule and 15 months of Congress party. I must compliment Mr. Kamal Nath for doing his best and delivering in these 15 months, whether it was farmers or for it was domestic power consumption or taking action against the land mafia, against the sand mafia, against the adulteration mafia, all kinds of mafia were shivering. And this is what is mentioned by Shivraj Singh, कि हमको बर्बाद कर देती पार्टी. बर्बाद किसको कर देती? बर्बाद कर देती friends of Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the friends of Mr. BJP who were involved in land grab, land mafia, sand mafia, the whole family of Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan. It is everyone's knowledge that his whole family is involved in illegal sand mining from his village Jet. So Jet is a small village which has got more than 200 dumpers. Most of his family members are involved. This is my allegation. If I am wrong, let him file a defamation suit against me. So therefore, they were worried that if Mr. Kamal Nath continues, they will be exposed, and he had taken steps to book the actual people involved, responsible in the Vyapam scam, which resulted in 54 deaths, and the e-tendering, which involved thousands of crores of the people in it who have taken advantage in taking contracts illegally. So there were various issues in which they were having a problem. So that is why the use of money power to topple elected Congress government in Madhya Pradesh.
And sir, you must have seen that the BJP has already started preparing for elections, whether it is the by-polls or whether it is Bihar election. They've started doing these virtual rallies. We are not seeing anything from the Congress on that front. Is it deliberate?
Again, Neelam, Amit Shah himself said that he had 72,000 LEDs for the virtual rally. Okay. Now each LED hired will cost you about 15 to 20,000 rupees. So now calculate how much money BJP has spent in this virtual rally of Mr. Amit Shah. More than 140 crores. Can any other political party spend this kind of money? But at the same time, let me also tell Mr. Amit Shah, his virtual rallies were very poorly attended. Live streaming, if you see the figures, the live streaming was not even few thousands. And at the same time, Bihar is a very politically aware state where even an illiterate farmer or illiterate labor is more politically aware than any other person in the other state. So they know how to deal with people like Amit Shah and Mr. Modi and the other BJP leaders. If Mr. Lalu Yadav, who unfortunately is being prosecuted and treated extremely badly by the government, if he comes out, I can tell you that he can take on any of these BJP and Nitish's political party.
But sir, how do you see the state unit of the Madhya Pradesh also? We always hear about some infighting. There are even reports claiming that all is not right between you and Mr. Kamal Nath also over the leader of opposition post.
So I have known Kamal Nath these last 40 years and we have been together for last 40 years. And we have a 100% understanding and we have worked together. And a lot of efforts have been made by BJP, by people in the media and others to bring about misunderstanding between me and Kamal Nath ji. But let me tell you that we have been in politics for more than 50 years now, and no one can fool us. And no one can bring any kind of misunderstanding between me and Kamal Nath. And
so do you?
Yeah. And in fact, I had told Mr. Scindia also. He He's a very bright person. I don't know how he sort of got lured by BJP. And I can tell him, and I can sort of predict, he's going to have a very tough time in BJP because Congress, he was one of the top leaders of the Congress party, not at the national level, of course, at the state level also. And he would have had a free run in Madhya Pradesh. After all, me and Kamalji both are over 70, and he was a natural choice for the Congress party in Madhya Pradesh. But unfortunately, it is not so in BJP. BJP, the only one who can succeed is from the RSS. And he doesn't have an RSS background. And people will see his anti-BJP, anti-Shivraj, anti-RSS speeches, his vocal voice when he was opposing BJP. So then there are going to be embarrassing moments for him.
But he obviously has claimed that he didn't get any patient hearing in the Congress. He waited for quite some time and then finally he decided to join the BJP.
Waited for what? He was the General Secretary of the All India Congress Committee. Waited for what? He was a member of the cabinet of Mr. Dr. Manmohan Singh. Sonia ji gave him one of the most important political states of Uttar Pradesh and made him the General Secretary. He continued to be the General Secretary AICC till he sent his resignation to Mrs. Gandhi. So, where did he wait? He didn't wait for a minute. He didn't have to wait for a minute. He was a family friend of Nehru Gandhi family. As Mr. Rahul Gandhi said, he could walk in without any appointment. Which other political leader had this privilege? Tell me.
Sir, as far as corona pandemic is concerned, you must have seen how the numbers are rising, including in Madhya Pradesh. And at this time, a decision was taken to unlock. So how do you see Modi government's efforts in tackling coronavirus and at the same time, the issue of the migrants?
Well, there is much to criticize, but I will not criticize at this moment. But I would say that we have to realize one thing. This coronavirus has come to stay for some time. And we have to learn to live with it. We have to change our lifestyle to sort of fight coronavirus. Now, basically, if you see, the mortality rate of swine flu or SARS was much higher than COVID. So therefore, there is nothing to be scared about. At the same time, we have to be very, very careful, and particularly those with hypertension, breathing problems, then heart disease or kidney problems or liver problems. They have to be a little careful, and particularly the senior citizens like me, although I don't believe in all these things, I personally feel that you have to keep yourself fit. And whenever someone asks me what is your age, I say I'm only 50 because I've stopped counting after 50. So it is the immunity which matters. And I'm quite happy. I keep on meeting people. Mr. Kamalji also has the same mindset. He keeps on meeting people. Not one day he has stopped meeting people.
But sir, as far as bipolls are concerned, what can we expect from the Congress? Are we going for virtual rallies? Are we going for home to home? How is coronavirus changing campaigning?
See, the virtual rally is a very expensive exercise. If you see, if one rally costs 140 crores, we can't afford it. But at the same time, our workers are there. The voters are against these people who have sort of ditched them. So it is the voters who will be sort of taking on these people. And in today's age of technology, where everyone is on mobile, look at also getting news by the minute, everyone know what is happening. So all this era of big rallies and all that is over. All that is now on the click of these of your finger, which will sort of give messages to the people. So therefore, our workers are all geared up. Our workers are all enthused. to take on these people.
Is the Congress president as well as former Congress President Rahul Gandhi also in touch with you in terms of preparing for the by-polls? Are we deliberating on that?
Usually by-polls, the government, the central leadership doesn't interfere.
Okay.
The state political parties are involved. At the same time, Mr. Mukul Vasi, General Secretary AICC, who is in charge, he would be involved on behalf of this central leadership, and he's coming here on the 17th, I think.
Thank you so much for being with us, sir. Good luck for the by-polls.
God bless you.
Thank you.